she walked in. It looked so beautiful. Like, I got up and then I tripped. Didn't fall, thankfully, but like tripped going to give her a hug and just chatted like for hours after that.
And then when I started talking to him, I was actually like really surprised by how confident he was.
After a while, every time we went out somewhere, like on a vacation or a family trip, she was expecting me to propose.
When he actually did propose, it really did catch me off guard, which honestly was really great.
I had her like pose for a photo op. Got done with the worry that I was gonna drop the ring into the river and proposed.
What board?
It's all one.
Oh.
John's always been a great guy and continues to be like one of the best people I've ever met. He kind of shows me a different way of viewing things a lot of times, and I appreciate that he's just so grounded in who he is. You know, it's like when you think John, you have a clear picture of like, this is the man.
First time I remember Caysi saying something about John. She was like, yeah, I went on this date with this guy. And then later she was like, I'm sick. He brought me soup and he brought me this. And I was like, oh wait, that's a good guy. And then it's just John was in every story after that.
When John came into the picture, it's like she was like, I'm fucking cool.
Yeah, and it's kind
Like,
of, it goes
I'm
back to
amazing.
the confidence.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
he kind of boosted that confidence even more.
Watching them interact, him smiling at her.
Yes, yes.
Right? Her smiling at him, and her just like smiling in general and glowing.
Right.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
I want to roast him so bad, but the problem is I can't think of a problem about John to really cite. He's just too damn good. I don't know.
I was fake sleeping in your backseat. You were singing badly.
Her empathy and her compassion. It's like you would not find a better friend or a better caretaker or a better gift giver.
She's so friend, family, people-oriented.
The purple birthstone's mine and the green is my sister's.
Very much just listens to what you need and what you like, and she's able to like give based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
She's charismatic, but she's also very caring. She's very thoughtful.
And Caysi is always the person who is like, tell me what's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to you. Like,
yeah,
I want to understand everything you are going through.
Always the first to break your balls in the best way possible. She's just an absolute force of a woman. Couldn't ask for a better friend.
I call her just as much of a friend as I do John. Somebody you can confide in and somebody you can like share your innermost secrets or struggles with, and helps you to just navigate whatever life might be throwing you.
John, I love you so much. And I'm so excited, besides me crying, I'm so excited to be here with you and to be doing this with you. And my family loves you, your family loves you. You are one of the best people I've ever met, and I know that you treat others so gently and carefully, and you love with your whole heart. And I can't wait to see how that blossoms in the future for our own little family, and I can't wait to marry you and soon.
I love you so much. I'm so excited to marry you. Like, it doesn't even sound real now that I'm saying it, that we're like an hour away from walking down the aisle. And I just think back on all the years we've shared already today, and knowing like the best is yet to come. I just love you. Like, you're my person. Love you so much.
Who gives their blessing for this union?
We do.
I'd like to begin by welcoming you all and thanking you for being here to witness John and Caysi formalizing the "and" between their names via marriage license. I am not an easy person to please, I do not endorse friends, partners lightly, and it therefore says a tremendous amount about John that I would so happily agree to officiate this wedding. Caysi knew it was love the moment the bigger things in her life seemed smaller when John wasn't around. John remembers sitting, watching a movie together, and feeling warm and safe and realizing this was who he needed to be with. At this time, the couple would like to symbolize their love in a small, brief unity ceremony. Water from each of their hometowns. For Caysi, that would be water from the Flat Rock River in Rushville, Indiana, and John has brought water from the Yellowstone River here in Sydney, Montana.
Caysi, over the last few weeks, I've been thinking a lot about light shining at the end of every period of darkness. When I first met you, I was at the end of one of those dark periods. I could have never guessed that the Lord would bless me with my best friend and other half as well. Since that December night, you've been the light in my darkness.
I found a man who is kind, compassionate, determined, funny, forgiving, supportive, and strong enough to be vulnerable around those he loves. My favorite memories with you aren't the big ones though. They're the ones where you're gushing over how cute the dogs are. Your smile that turns into a chuckle and then an all-out laugh wraps around my heart and makes me feel so blessed to witness it. I'm blessed to stand here with you, surrounded by everyone that we love and the people who've made us who we are today. Thank you, John, for picking me.
John, do you take Caysi to be your wife?
I do.
Caysi, do you take John to be your husband?
I do.
And with that, I now present the newlyweds, Caysi and John.
I adore both of these humans more than words can ever express. He is such a wonderful man and partner for Caysi, and I know I speak for all of our motley crew when I say we are so glad you signed up for us too when you proposed to our gal. Caysi is all things good. She's the bright light you need on the darkest of days, the sweetest person who will hold your hand without question, the best cheerleader, loveliness personified, and someone who makes everyone better just by giving them a smile.
We've been through so much together. We've held each other while we've cried, and we've laughed so hard until we've cried. Through it all, Caysi has always been the kindest, most supportive and loving person I know.
These two are the epitome of what it means to live with love in their hearts, and they have been with me in many a dark times, all with a smile and, of course, a roast from time to time, which I deserved, so I appreciate that as well. There is truly no one else that you guys deserve than each other, right? You are just a match made in heaven, as my grandpa used to tell me when I was a kid.
So let's raise a glass to Caysi and John.
I feel like John grounds Caysi. She brings him out of his shell. So I think they kind of balance each other out in that way.
I'm not surprised that we're here at this day after the first time I met them together.
It's a good match for them. Like, they just have the it factor. Match made in heaven.
I hope that they both give each other pats on the back for how they show up for one another. They always put each other first. It's a really unique gift, that love that they have for one another.
I vow to love you more than any obstacle that could come between us. I vow to love you the most, and I will continue to love you the most for the rest of my life.
I promise to listen to you with intent and purpose until you feel hurt, to be your teammate in everything we do together. I promise to love you deeply in sickness and in health from this day till my last day.